What have you learnt about yourself? What's the biggest thing you've learnt about yourself during that whole thing?
This is this is funny, but I literally like to say to myself, I'm limitless. I'm like, woo, 100%.
There you go.
I like to say I'm limitless. I'm like, whether you believe that fully or not, if you sit there and you're like, I'm limitless, you'll start making decisions as if you are. And I think so much of what you achieve in life is self-propagated. And I just think push yourself, because what's the worst that can happen? And this, I'm bringing out all the cliches here, but like, again, one of my favorite things, fail forwards, like fuck up. It's okay.
Yeah.
I've fucked up so much in my life so far. And every single time that I've messed up or screwed up, something good has come of it, no matter how bad the situation. And like, trust me, there's been some bad situations, but I've always been able to, maybe not instantly, maybe not in a few months, but looking back on it, maybe like a year or so later, I've always looked at it and thought, there was a reason for that. And there was a positive that came out of that.
And that's I think, again, it links so beautifully into whole holistic mindset and an improvement mindset and building a resilient mindset, is that you have to be able to say thank you for those bad experiences. Otherwise, they'll run your life.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can look back with resentment, regret on these situations, or like a bit of fear maybe that this happened. But as soon as they're like, as hard as any situation is, I've said this before as well. And again, this is stuff that I've picked up from people that I've worked with in the past and listened to and spoke to on the pod, is that if there is something that you have allowed to infest within yourself, sounds like a really serious, but that's essentially what negative thoughts do about situations. As hard as that is, you have to break that cycle again.
Yeah.
The way that you're speaking to yourself about it. And as hard as it may be, find those positives. And like for you now, it's easy, right? You've looked back, you go, fucking hell, I'm limitless. I've done this. I've achieved this because of this negative thing.
But then the next thing comes. And then the next thing comes.
And that's life.
And that's life.
Yeah.
And like, you know, there's days where I do not feel limitless at all. There's days where I feel like shit. There's days where I have imposter syndrome. And I think it's like so many negative emotions that I experience as well, but it's trying to tackle them with a different mindset. And
here's a challenging one. If you're not getting some kind of imposter syndrome, or you're not feeling like you're outside of your comfort zone, you're not doing enough.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Mic drop.